It's Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight we are joined by some very special guests. They're going to be popping in. They're going to be popping out. We got people coming all over the place. Straight. Keep it straight. And we're going to be talking Toy Fair. Of course, it's what's on everybody's mind. We're going to be talking Toy Fair and all the cool things that we got to see. This is our first Toy Fair, and we've got people who've had several Toy Fairs. So they're going to come on and talk to us. We've seen some cool stuff. And sorry to disappoint, Todd McFarlane is not the guest tonight. Machu, cue that intro. Oh, it's still just me. Hi, everybody. Oh, there it goes. That works.
I
much better.
added myself, but it didn't go through.
So much better. That was weird.
Yeah.
But hey, it's Wednesday, my dudes, and welcome to episode 109.
109.
109. Something is dripping on my leg, and this is weird. Anyway, just so you know, it's happening live. It's all happening live, and my words are free flowing. Speaking of, how are you, Machu? What's going on with you?
I caught up on some sleep today because I finished all my work yesterday. But then I was like, I need to prepare stuff for the show. I started doing some of that. I started taking some screenshots from the videos I took. And then I was like, let me finish watching Daredevil because I watched the first episode yesterday and I wanted to watch the second episode, but I was just like, you know what? I'll watch it tomorrow. So I ended up watching that and fell asleep on my couch again. Thank God I didn't oversleep.
Did some time traveling? Yeah,
did some time traveling. But yeah, so I'll be probably rendering out some photos as the show goes along.
All right, we're doing it live, so we'll figure it out. As our good friend Rhino likes to remind us. We got some people hanging. Oh, good.
Did you get anything this week?
I got this awesome BC mini book from Toy Fair. It's
hold on. Give me what? There it is.
There it is. Look at this. This is one of the booths we stopped by. We had a lot of the Remet, right? Is that what you said? The Remet pieces.
Remet.
Yeah, Rement. So yeah, this massive catalog I got. I also got a mystery package from Mr. Jason Young. So that will be disclosed at a later date and time. But
you can't tease the chat like that.
Oh, I totally can. Can.
That's so wrong.
That's what keeps him coming back up until episode 12. I guess that's when I'll reveal it. So, what'd you get?
Well, normally we're like, this was our first Toy Fair, right? Well, technically, my first Toy Fair. You've been at Toy Fair before, but you weren't.
I worked it. Yeah.
This capacity. So, like, I was told, like, you won't buy anything, you won't get anything really, and apparently, I just kept getting stuff. But like, one of the things that I really enjoyed was shout out to No Chewing, but starting out the first day of Toy Fair, going to Blockies. Now that we have confirmation that it's not Blokies. Yeah. But I prefer saying Blokies. Can I just say that?
You can say Blokies. They're not here to correct you, so it's fine.
But we got to put together these little guys, which was fun. If the camera could focus.
You got to say boop. Say it worked. Look at that. Those are fun.
Yeah. So they gave us a goodie bag of this, and then there's a classic class Bumblebee that I still have to open. And yeah, the booth tour was fun. They gave us mimosas.
Yeah.
And they didn't stop us from getting seconds or thirds.
The fools.
And then after Toy Fair on Monday, we had to go through Jersey. So we ended up stopping at Target and a GameStop. And you found this for me.
I did, which we got to see at the McFarlane booth. So it was pretty wild to see that out pretty quickly.
That's how fast he works.
It's how fast he works. Talks about something.
We started at Toy Fair, and then it was out there in the wild.
Yeah. And you can check with Claudio. Claudio still has his figure. Matt didn't steal it.
I didn't steal it. No.
They don't figure. He looks good, though. I like the face sculpt a lot.
I like the wired cape, too. The face sculpt. Yeah. The body proportions are really good. I'll say that.
Okay.
Probably one of their best Superman out there. I did see, we'll talk about it later, but they are coming out with a classic looking Superman.
They are.
Which finally I don't have to kit bash one together.
You still can if you really want to, but
I know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I digress. Let's we're wasting too much time with a lot of people in the back.
We got Let's do a quick check-in with the chat here. We got Steve Morrow who says we're not talking about toys that are unfair. We're talking about toy fair. Fair, like a carnival. Awkward. That's all right, Steve. You're good. You're good. Wicked Fat Collectibles is here. We got Old Grumpy Nerd, Pancheesy. Sorry, man, not tonight. We got some pretty awesome people backstage already, but not tonight. But not saying he won't be here in the future, So Dom is here. We got I am TJ Williams, Josh Brown, Paul Morales, Longshore Spike is here. Grubs is chirping at us saying that we're late. You must be new, Grubs. Late. We're always late. No Chewing is here. What else we got? We got Vader Sugg, Matt Gray. Let's see. Highly Posable. Don't forget to check them out every Friday. Just a romping good time with those boys. Speaking of, KJ Smith is also here. We got John saying Wednesday. It is Wednesday. And Tori Rensu hitting us with
sup, nerds.
That was different. Rel Collects, our neighbor, is stopping by. We got Bearded Bills. What do you do, baby? Who else we got? We got Rick Jones is here. Blockies.
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 I feel like that's how KJ would say it.
And then No Chewing says blokies if you naughty. E. McNeil is here. What's going on, man? William Houston. Those old animations are great. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but I love it. Let's see. Johnny is here. Chamba should be a good one. We hope so. Chamba. We hope so. Dig Spigs is here. And then, of course, Pancheesy saying one more time, you can't fool me. I know he's in the back chilling with his socks off. He's
chilling or chilling? I don't know. Maybe.
He's definitely working on his three-pointer. I will tell you
that.
But bring that up. I got to bring it up. But we got a couple people back here. A couple of them a little time sensitive. So let's go ahead and bring them in. We've got, of course, the Figure Report, Mikey, our good friend. What's going on, Mikey?
Hey, Blokies! How you guys doing?
Incredible. And, of course, Mr. Blokies himself, No Chewing. What's up, Chewy?
Hey, what's up, guys?
And the man who's being a little bit of a traitor right now, he's going to be here. He's going to be on that other Wednesday show tonight. We got Dario, the 80s baby, stopping by. Look, he's even in his criminal black because he knows he's got to run out of here and be. He shouldn't be here.
He's going to steal a bunch of viewers is what he's going to do.
He's going to steal a bunch of viewers when 9 o'clock
hits. That's to cover up the frostbite on his chest.
I'm only going to take the little bit of the good content that you have to bring it to the better Wednesday shit later on.
The little bit of the good content. Holy crap.
Give me toy crap.
You know what? Is this my this ain't I got the wrong mask. I usually have the ski mask on.
It would have been even better if you did. We got Mikey. Mike is in the chat too. What's going on, Mike? All right. So dudes, Mikey, first and foremost, thank you. I know you got to run earliest, but this was not your first toy fair. How many toy fairs you been at?
Just two.
Just two. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not here to bloat or anything. I went to one in 2020. No, third. Sorry, I forgot about my first one. It's been so long. Yeah. No, it's my third one, and I think it was my favorite one so far for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think just some really cool reveals, and just everyone that I know in the toy universe was out there too. So it was really cool. It was really fun.
It was funny seeing Mikey throughout because I was there for 3 days. Were you there for 4 days? All 4?
I was there just for the weekend. I wanted to go out on Tuesday, but I couldn't. Yeah, I wish I could have gone. But
I wanted to go out on Tuesday also. But every time, I turned the corner, I would see Mikey walking around with his entourage, holding a microphone. But it was just he had the biggest smile on his face. Well, you could tell he was tired.
You can see it in my eye. I was just fading.
Yeah, you were fading throughout the day, and then, but you would still have the most energy walking by. And
you gotta fake until you make it,
Yeah.
And as an actor, you're always faking what you're trying to put out there, but inside, I'm dead. The soul is
inside. You gotta sell your soul to rock.
Whatsoever. Yeah. I said F you, but no. I had a really good time. I was tired for sure. My feet were mush, but I wouldn't have changed anything. It was great. I had such a fun time.
Nice. And Chewy, this was also your first time with us, right? Or well, with us, it was your first time. So
overall, it was my first time.
Yeah. Well, I meant like with us, we all had our first experience at Toy Fair.
Yeah.
On this side of things, yeah.
First time, and it came together very quickly in 2 weeks, and probably a little bit of planning would have been great.
So you don't have to say how quickly it came together. I mean,
just saying. Well, 2 weeks could be a long time in some perspective.
It's true. Okay,
it's true. It could be,
Well, what
slow burn.
What were your expectations, and then like how did you feel afterwards?
I had very low expectations. I was just in to see some friends, have a good time, get into maybe one or two things because everything requires an appointment. So I had planned for at least 2, and then the rest I'm like, all right, it's all. I just threw some appointments with different companies on schedules, but sometimes I didn't make it, sometimes I moved it, sometimes they canceled it. Some companies didn't use the app at all. So then so I had very low expectations. I just was in for a good time.
Nice.
I feel like him and Yimbo were more prepared than you and I were, Jason.
Sure were. You don't have to feel that way. That was a genuine fact.
You shouldn't be too surprised about that anyways, because like even for like Comic-Con next summer, I was talking about booking the air travel last November, so
it's true.
Yeah,
you are a planner. You are a planner. I do want to pull this up. Let's see if we can find it real quick here. No dot chewing. Because speaking about blokies or blockies, geez, now I'm doing it. I'm confused.
I don't keep it straight.
I'm confused now.
Sounds like another country's foul language and shit.
That's why I like it.
When you guys were at the booth, this was pretty cool to see it. We got to see it later. You guys got to see it during your mimosas and muffins, but there it is, Mr. No Chewing up on the actual board of influencers, which was pretty wild. I mean, you've been, pardon the phrase, you've been pimping them pretty hard since day one. So it's pretty awesome to see them recognize you and get you involved.
Yeah, this was wild to see. We were doing the booth tour, and the guy was, the person taking us through all the product was on, doing the entire spiel, the speech, everything prepared, and I stopped and I'm like, I'm sorry. I am paying attention, but I can't help but look at myself over there.
He's so animated. Look at him.
He is. Yeah. The guy didn't recognize you. He wasn't like, oh, this looks exactly like you. It's like you should have been wearing your No Chewing shirt.
I should have. I had it underneath the hoodie I had on.
It's funny, as the guy was giving us the tour, Chewy started giving the tour, and like the guy was just like, well, you might as well just give the tour yourself. You're on the wall.
Yeah,
I could have given the tour. I gave him. It was awesome.
This is really cool to see, and well deserved, Chewy, well deserved. So,
yeah.
And now a veteran here, the Toy Fair veteran, I think, Mr. Dario, Mr. 80s baby. Man, how many Toy Fairs have you gone to at this point?
I popped my cherry this year. I've never been to a Toy Fair.
I thought I was gonna say something crazy. Like the first time I went to Toy Fair, I was 12.
Yeah.
No. Last year I couldn't make it, even though we got accepted. I got accepted for the press badge, and before that was like, who? So.
Yeah, the way you guys were. I was gonna say the way you guys were running around, I thought you'd been there like hundreds of times over at this point.
Dude, I'm so lucky that I didn't know what to expect or anything like that. And Lago went last year, so I was so thankful that I went with him and Junior. And man, we made a hell of a team. Like we went in there and literally came up with a game plan as we were walking inside. Lago's like, I'm gonna get content for IG and everything, pictures. I was like, or I'll get video for either IG and YouTube. And we go there, and I was like, the front of the camera is going to be you and Junior. I'm like, I don't want no parts of that shit because I don't know what to say. So we all left it at that, and it worked out at the end. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it felt easy. Like we've been there before. Well, like I've been there before, but it was cool, man. It was completely different from what I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be like a watered down, New York NYCC or something, but
yeah.
I enjoyed it more than
nothing like that. It was like
I liked it more.
it felt so intimate, especially like when you got the little tours and things like that. Like,
Totally.
like, oh, you guys are here for the 12th. Okay, come on. And then someone showed us around. Like, that was cool. That shit was awesome. I'm sorry. Can we curse? Am I cursing?
Yeah, it's fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
you got past the 10-minute mark. It's all
yeah. Well, you're totally good. I think I've cursed in the intro before, so you're good. No, dude, you guys were killing it. I mean, we spotted you in the wild going past the McFarlane booth, but I mean, the covers that you guys and not just the covers you guys get, and Mikey, you guys crank it out so fast. Like I was happy to get NECA up yesterday, and I think I got most of McFarlane edited right now, so I'm gonna get that up probably in the next day or two. But it's hard to get all this stuff out the door, especially. I don't know if you guys are shooting like Machu shoots in 4K, so like that's gotta plug into the wall for about 3 hours before it gets up there at a half-hour clip. So
it needs to cook. Yeah, for sure. When you want, I mean, obviously you want high quality footage, and there's so many things happening, and you know, it's like you're there for 12 hours, but you don't realize how fast that time passes because you're going to booth, you're doing an interview, and then you're going to the next place, and you're at 4 booths already. You've recorded so much footage, and you're trying to figure out, okay, so are we doing photos? Are we posting the videos first? Do the videos need editing? It's sort of like coming in with a game plan, but then that plan just sort of goes away because you're just in the belly of the beast of the whole thing. So just trying to have your priorities when you're going in, and like for me, I knew where NECA and Mondo were, so those were my first 2 stops, and. Like Chewing was saying, you have to have interviews for certain people. So NECA, I was able to get an interview at the end of the day, like literally talking to Blaine, the lights were turning off. So it was just squeeze that one in, and then we went to the Hasbro event. But yeah, it's just sort of what's the thing that's important to you, what's the thing you want to put out there, and I did some of it. There's still so much that's on the cutting room floor that I still need to put out as well. But it's just endless. Yeah, it's tough, but it's fun.
Chewy, I feel like you probably got things out the fastest too, right? I mean, you were probably editing on the go on your phone.
They went live.
To cut you off.
No,
you went live. Yeah.
You were there by yourself?
Me?
Mikey? Yeah, you were there by yourself?
No, I was with my posse, my crew.
He had his entourage.
That's right.
Yeah, I had an entourage this year.
You were by yourself, but then you were. Because I was gonna say, I'm like, dude. I was like overwhelmed with the 3 of us. I was like, I don't know how the hell you was doing it like solo, but you were right. I did see you with other guys. Yeah.
No, I would have needed like 4 arms to have done it solo because it was just there's no way to do it by yourself. It's impossible.
You need a team. I think it definitely helps.
Yeah.
If you want to post stuff right away, also like you can have somebody just uploading it while you're going from one booth to the next if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Lago was doing. Like as we were walking, he's like, "Yo, I just posted this." I'm like, "Damn, bro! Like, what the hell?"
It's fast.
Yeah.
Like 6 posts later, I'm like, what am I doing then? I'm like, I don't.
I heard from somebody backstage that you had some steady hands.
Yes, you had the steadiest hands in the game, is what Mr. Junior had said. Let's let him say it himself.
Yeah,
there he is, Mr. Junior. How are you, sir?
Hello, heathens.
Hello. Bless you, my son. Welcome.
Hello, heathens.
You are blessed.
I asked for ashes to counteract Dario's cursing.
So
you're gonna need more ashes.
Did it freaking work?
Not so much.
Yeah, no. Hi.
Hi.
You all look very familiar.
Yeah.
Long time no see. Yeah, Toy Fair was so fun.
Good.
It was.
I definitely want to get.
What did I miss? We'll take it
nothing. Oh. Yeah. What? It's Wednesday, but no. We were just catching up on a bunch of things. I do want to check into a couple people who just joined the chat. Win or Lose, who brought the tomatoes with him over from that other show. Endless Fables is here as well. Let's see who else we got. I had another one that I wanted to highlight. Dom says people have to make appointments to look at his toys as well. So there you go.
That's fair.
I hope you guys were gentle like delicate flowers with Chewy for his first time. So yes, we usually are.
All elbows.
And
yeah, it was such a fun time.
Yeah, Dom saying sorry to interrupt, but I can't stop looking at myself. I think that was for you, Chewy.
Yeah.
So Sneaky Figures is also here. Pancheezy saying Toy Fair is definitely more fun than cons for me. It's all the rad reveals and cons without the ass to elbow crowds. It is very, very true. Very
Especially
true.
without the ass.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell as much as ass as it does.
It did not.
Well,
It did not. Yeah.
If I'm being honest, like
not as
some
much.
people,
Not,
but it exists, and that's kind of alarming.
Yeah, but it's covered in cologne. It's covered in cologne because of all the
not my experience.
Junior, could you imagine how much worse it could have been if it was 90 degrees out? It would have been way worse.
Yeah, it's San Diego.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Who's got Ryan in the chat and Toymer? All right, go ahead, go. Now I'll let you guys run. Go. I won't interrupt. I promise. All right, now nobody's got nothing to say.
Nobody did.
Well, you know what? I did. You were talking about the appointments on the app. We had an appointment that we did on the app, and they were like, "Yeah, no, fuck that app. We don't use that. You need to."
It happened to us too. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was
Jazzwares got real mouthy. I was surprised. They were just like, yeah. No. The app doesn't mean anything. Okay, we have to then contact you. And I was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Like I'm like, do you have openings? And the guy was, I don't know, this one particular gentleman. It's not Jazzwares at all, but this one gentleman was like very aggressive, and I think he was really trying to drill it into me, like he needed to explain it to me, and I'm like, no, like I know. And there was also a Jazzwares like event that night. And then he was like, oh yeah, you can get on that list, and I was like, that's why I'm standing here. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm just saying, I see this. If you're saying not that, okay, let me know what happened. Similar happened to Mondo, and they were like, because I went by Lago's time. So I was like, I just want to confirm, because it happened to be Sunday, and Dario and Lago were coming back on Monday. So I was like, oh, well, let me just check the appointments that Lago didn't show an email about, and let me confirm whether or not they exist. So note to anyone who was doing Toy Fair next year, by the way, Valentine's Day weekend next year. So if you sign up, just understand that if you're on the app and it gives you, like, if you're early to the game, there's going to be a lot of times available. But all you're doing by selecting that time is notifying the company that you want to be there for that time. They have to actually email you back and confirm. So when I went to Mondo, they kind of looked at it's like Monday at this time to look into like your Walmart. And it's like, no, I'm not Walmart. And they're like, okay, so who are you with? And and then they worked out a time that was still available in our schedule. Like, everyone's very accommodating, but just be aware that it's not exactly like locked.
Junior, good on you, man, for saying no, I'm not Walmart. There's a large part of me that would have been like, yes, I am a god.
I am Walmart. Yeah.
Yes, I am a god. Let's go in.
I am Walmart. Yeah.
But no, we had a couple of booths that thought we were retailers. Monday morning, when me and Lago first got there and we were waiting for Junior, we went to this one booth. The guy sits us down, and I don't think. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you want to buy?" And I'm like, "No, like we're just here press." He's like, "No buy." I was like, "No, I'm broke. I can't buy."
Yeah,
I gotta say, shout out to Bob at Mondo, because they seemed like we could barely see if we could fit you in, but when we got in there, Bob was absolutely incredible. Like, showing us the product, telling us amazing, testimonials that he got from people who bought them, and stuff, real moving stuff, and like, man, Mondo is really a company that cares, and their customer service is second to none, because they know you're spending so much money on their product, and if there's an issue, they really want to be able to fix it if they can. So if you guys are sitting on some of your stuff, open it, check, because if they have the parts, they will fix it. They want to always make things right, and they always want like 100%, positive customer experience. And Bob was just amazing to talk to. What a good guy.
We were like for an hour almost. Just
that was not expected.
Yeah. And you guys got hats, right?
On the other side with Funko.
We got hats. That's true.
Hats. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Chewy. What'd you say?
Hats.
No, I was just gonna say Mondo and Funko, the people working the exhibit or wherever, they're really nice. Like, we had a good conversation with Funko talking about Biddy Pops for like 20 minutes.
They could have easily told us, like, fuck off, Walmart's here, you guys are nobodies, and said we don't have nothing available. But they were like, okay, look, well, we have this, we have that, and we're like, all right, cool. And when we went there, they're like, yes, all right, and yeah, you could come in, whatever. So that was cool. When they could easily just say, like, Fuck out of here.
Whoever they had a lovely British accent. She made everything sound so nice.
I will say it is interesting because all of you had press badges. Well, Jay-Shot and I had retail badges, retailer badges, because we went with Chubsy. We went with Chubsy Wumsy, but he didn't actually get to go.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But like,
unfortunately, Chubsy could make it.
Yeah, unfortunately, couldn't make it.
And other weird, interesting note that we were discussing ourselves that I would just like to bring up. The lanyards also delineate what type of person you are, and it was like, oh, he needs the the Crayola one. And I didn't realize, and it's funny, like nonverbal communication when they're like, and they're kind of looking at your badge, but they're really looking at your lanyard so they know how to treat you.
Right.
Like, it's true. Yes. Like certain lanyards got the white glove treatment. It was that part was kind of funny to me.
Like we had to go for Mattel. Should we share that story?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, so we went to go talk to Mattel. And it was funny because like you got to the front desk and we were like, hey, we're just looking to get a booth tour. And they were like, well, we see your badges. You go, just so that you know, it is a $50,000 minimum purchase. And we're like, to get in? And they were like, no, per year. And we're like, oh yeah, sure. Like our stores carries Mattel products. And like, okay, well, no problem. And then like we got to the second level of security and she very politely took my email, I think, and then threw it in the garbage afterwards. So, but yeah, it was interesting to hear like the minimum purchase order that you had to be worried about, or even when we went to Bandai. I mean, I think the guy that we had was really nice, but he was, because we had a store with us, we had asked for a booth tour, and he was totally expecting us to sit down and wheel and deal with him. But he did a very good job, not just kicking us out and disregarding us. And they gave us some amazing lemonade. Yeah.
And then we did say that we would take some video and showcase it online. Yeah. And then that's when he perked up, and it was like, I'll take you on a booth tour. Yeah,
he did want to.
They do treat you differently if you're a retail badge or if you're an influencer badge.
It must have been very conflicting.
Oh, there's a hierarchy to it all.
Yeah.
Like they messed up and they gave me the non-press badge. Like
we didn't actually get into Mattel. We just went through first level of security.
We got to the second level of security and didn't get in. So
because I was about to say, like, everything's by appointment. Ironically, I got my badge very last minute, and then when I was putting in, Log was like, "Oh, the appointments are there." And by the time I was registering, there wasn't any appointments. There was basically just a thing where email this person at this address. So I was doing that for all my appointments that I saw was not already covered by Dario or David. And my first response was actually Mattel.
Oh, really?
And they were, and I have to say that was something I did not expect, and they were very, very awesome. Shout out to, I believe her name was Amanda. She was very, very perky. She was a very, very cool girl to show us around, and they got some really cool product. They got some really good people showcasing it. They get these actors, like the talent to like get the product, and there's such a genuine enthusiasm. I know it's a gig, but there's genuine enthusiasm for what they were showing us. The Minecraft stuff, the Jurassic World stuff, He-Man, and even stuff that that otherwise I don't think would have cared that hard, honestly. Like the Disney, there was like Disney Princess stuff, the Barbie stuff, Polly Pocket, like just watching them talk about it. And, I'm not into it, but a lot of stuff was like, wow, a little girl really loved that. And the way they worked out their presentation was very creative.
Yeah, I wish we would have gotten into some Mattel's booth, and that was the one time that I was at Toy Fair. This was like 10 years ago, but it was like we did a whole live stream with a bunch of their influencers there, and did like they called it Unboxing New York Toy Fair. So that was pretty cool. But I know that they have that whole, for those of you who have been to Comic-Con, that whole upstairs where they usually have the cosplayers, that was all Mattel's booth. Like it is a massive setup.
Yeah, they're always really on top, like Mount Olympus.
Yeah.
I want to highlight Tom's comment here.
Yeah,
the one's lanyard marks him as a peasant.
This one's lanyard marks him as a peasant.
Off with his head.
He also got Man Beats Boy that says, to be fair, Dyer has a store in his crib, fully stocked. So there you go, Dario. You can charge admission for people to walk around.
Give them different badges and lanyards.
Yeah, Grubbs is saying influencers aren't spending money. It's true, but we are showing people. We are showing people what to buy.
But you don't know.
We're killing people what to buy.
That's right.
If they ever start selling stuff at Toy Fair, bro, I will be ready. I wanted everything that had nothing to do with the stuff that I collect. Like I wanted so many things for my nephew and my niece that I was like, "Ooh, ooh, like the brand Frito, like the Power Wheels. I was like, dude, I want like about 5
Isn't
of
it
these.
cool?
Yo, there was so much. Like,
dude, they even have
like
kid zip lines.
Yeah,
everything.
That was so cool. I literally told one of the guys at that Freddo booth with the Power Wheel looking things. I said, "Yo, man, fuck these kids." I was like, "These kids have everything, bro." I'm like,
"It's the truth."
I had goddamn jacks, a little stupid rubber ball, and some ninja stars that I had to go pick up, and that was the fun part. I'm like, these kids got goddamn everything. Like, holy crap, bro! I was like, I want to start buying all this. I was like, if I could go back in time and just be a little kid again, now I'll be outside all the damn time, not on my damn iPad.
How does that work?
And
Because you want to go back in time to be a little kid, and then go forward in time to that's. But yeah, that's.
I want to be a kid, like Dragon Ball Daima, you know, like adult, whatever little bit of adult
you know now what you knew then, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, shout out to the companies seriously for indulging us, because we can sit there and be like, we're press, and they're like, okay, guys, hear that? He's got an iPhone. Like, no one really cares, but it's nice that they actually do it. I appreciate it, you know.
I will say this. You bring up an interesting point, because there was a guy walking around with a big camera at some point, and I was like, look at this Joker. Why doesn't he upgrade? Like, you know, how far we've come.
I used to see people come record like Hazard with an iPad, like a tablet.
Yeah.
And you knew it was anachronistic when it was happening.
Yeah. Archie says, good stuff to know, because he'd like to experience Toy Fair one day. Archie, I think you went to ZoloCon though, my dude. So let us know how that was. Yeah. It was tough being split like that.
Well, I mean, Dante went to ZoloCon. Yeah,
Dante was there,
but he
did both.
He went home first. Then he came to the Hasbro.
That's crazy, man. Because once you get me home, to get me back out, that's tough.
Oh, yeah,
that's tough.
I was prepared to go back Tuesday. My spirit was willing, my body was not. My feet absolutely canceled out, and I was like, I felt bad because I had a friend who also wants to do that experience. Actually, that's a good question that we could pose to everyone here. Like, what's your big pro tip in terms of when you go to Toy Fair? Like, what's something you think is a good pro tip for someone who's never gone? And I'll go first. I'll just say, there's always a need to be first. It seems to be like someone wants to be the first with that information, and I get that. But I don't think there needs to be that sense of urgency. People are going to have appointments at different times, and at the end of the day, you don't not go to another person's site because you already saw the pics over here. Like, that doesn't really happen. And I just want to say this weekend for me was very emblematic of an ideal experience. It was going with 2 other people. We had a nice rapport. Everyone had their thing to do. And we're just going to feel this out. And if something went sideways, we'll make the most of it. And we saw other toy tubers, in the press area. And then we all went out to dinner Saturday night, and that was really nice. And honestly, I feel like it was really nice to ingratiate myself with everyone else around, having that sense of gratitude and enjoyment. And I don't know. I think finding that balance, but also don't think it's a con. Like, don't act like it's a con. Don't get, I saw one guy actually at Mattel. He was on my appointment. He found out that Ryan Ting was giving out little comic books as a memento for the Hasbro event, and he didn't get one, and he went on a straight up tirade about it. That's it.
Really? Here, Chewie, let me give you the big screen.
I just want to say I'm sorry. I was just so upset, and I just needed that comic book, and it was the worst moment of my life. It really was.
I just thought that
it's okay.
I just thought it was a super nice gesture, and it was just it was a thank you. Like, take it for what it is, and if you didn't get it, it wasn't. No one was hiding something in their pocket or keeping it from you. You know what I mean? Just go there with the right sense of self and the right sense of gratitude.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah. It definitely was a different vibe. And I would say, my, for what it's worth, I didn't get to spend as much time there as you guys did. I wish I did. But I would say that it's definitely, to your point earlier, Machu, be prepared. I think being prepared was, know what booths you want to go to, know what booths you want to talk to. I think there's a couple of booths that we got booth tours with NECA, Super 7, Bandai, McFarlane. We had some really good meetings and experiences where they were watching. You got to do Hasbro and Jazzwares. We did, but like definitely try to get some earlier stuff and do the research before you pop in there. So Dario, what do you got? What would be your pro tip?
I didn't feel the need to be there all 4 days. Like we got a lot done Saturday and Monday. I didn't even see the Mattel booth, so I was mad about that. Now that I completely forgot about it until Junior started talking about it now, because I wanted to see that self-hatching egg that they showed off or whatever.
Oh, that wasn't Mattel. That was Spin Master.
Oh,
really?
Yes.
That was Jurassic Park. It was Spin Master?
I didn't go there either, I think.
That was one of the ones where the app was not connected to where they were.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I think we did a lot in those 2 days. I mean, the 4 days, you probably get like even more things covered, but that's if you want to see, like, I guess, outside of like our world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that'll be cool too, because like we were walking by Monday morning before, like waiting for Junior, because we got there stupid early, like at 8:30, and they didn't let us up in press until 9. But we walked down that aisle where it's like all the Chinese like vendors, and then like they had like Swedish vendors and stuff, and we saw a bunch of cool things. I got like some tattoo.
Is still there tattooed there? Oh man.
Yeah, they got handout stuff or whatever.
Yeah, and like they gave us like little figurines of like this soccer tabletop Swedish game. There's like little shit like that was cool, that I was like, yo, I would love to go see the rest of these stuff and like see what everybody else is offering, even though like, it's not in our quote unquote world of collecting, but it was dope.
See, I didn't think of doing that, but Dario brings up a good point. A lot of the toy tubers did Saturday and Sunday, but that I think it had to do with geography and needing to fly home by a certain time. But they set up their appointments for Saturday and Monday, and I thought that was a fantastic day break in between if you needed to post or do anything like that. And also half-hour gaps between the appointments. That was not something I did, and that got me into a bind. And when I saw their appointments, if you see something that's in aisle 3100 and the other one's in 642, and you have to run across the floor, and a lot of those appointments go over or they start late because they're wrapping up with somebody else. You want to give yourself that window. And they did that. And I thought that was brilliant, actually.
Yeah, that would have been my tip as well. I think going with that strategy on Saturday, but reformatting Sunday, I was picking companies that were near each other. So we weren't going from the first and second floor constantly. Because my knees were...
So like when J-Shot and I came in on Sunday, because J-Shot couldn't come in on Saturday, but like when we came in on Sunday and they saw our badges, of course they're not treating us like press, but they would keep talking to us about like, all the influencers were here yesterday and they were all like, getting all like these privileges and stuff like that. But I'm like listening to this and I'm like looking at our badge. I'm like, oh, they don't
know.
We're not. Technically, we're not pressed.
We're in disguise.
They don't know Matt got those privileges on Saturday.
So Mikey, I know that you got to run, so I'm gonna give you a 2-part question here. Unless you got more time, I want to be respectful here. One, what would be your pro tip for Toy Fair? And then 2, you're gonna start us off on the roundtable discussion of the Maximum Spider-Man there. So, what your thoughts on that? So, yeah. Take as much time as you need. Yeah.
For mine. My tip, just I think like any convention or expo, just wear comfortable shoes.
Yes.
Be very practical about it.
There you go.
You think of the toy expo, like people are gonna be dressed up, and obviously the people in suits and everything, but just be comfortable when you go out there, and hydrate as much as you can. What's nice about the expo is that they have actual like quality Wi-Fi, so you could upload all your footage while you're there. But I think just having a structured schedule with what you want to do, it's not about like, being first, and that's always, a thrilling thing, but to just have a structured schedule, because then you get ahead of yourself. You're like, oh, I have to go here now because they're showing this thing, and I gotta like, just like stretching yourself too thin. And like you were saying before, Junior, just make sure you have time between your appointments your interviews, because they can go long. They can go 15 minutes. They can go 30 minutes. They can go 45 minutes. You never know how long it could be. And these are, there's a bottom floor, a top floor, and they stretch out for hundreds of yards. So I think just having a structured schedule, what's helpful is that you see where all the exhibitors are on the app before you go. So you can sort of plan it logistically of like, okay, if I go here at 11, it's going to take me this long to get over there, because it is very big. It's a very huge center. So that would just be my thing. That I try to do that. I try to structure it, but sometimes I don't have an appointment and maybe I get one, so that throws things for a loop. But to have it as structured as possible is super important. So,
and now kick us off on the old Maximum Spider-Man. You get to
oh
go there
boy, because no one has opinions on that, right? Everyone's
everyone's pretty.
Yeah, we're all like kumbaya, holding hands together.
Everyone's just excited for another Spider-Man.
Obviously you come in with, there's been so much surrounding it, and now you're one of the, not to sound like exclusive or elite, but you're one of the groups that gets to go hang and touch it and feel it and give the first impressions out there. I mean, so for all the planning I did, I had a video of Robo just playing with it, just trying it out. And that's the thing that did the best in terms of impressions or people looking at it and commenting. And it was just really surprising how much people either hate it or they love it.
No! What happened?
Mikey!
I'll finish. Hate it or love it. And funny enough, he has a video of Robo playing with it. On Toy Pick Community, we have a video of him playing with it.
Oh, that's funny, actually.
It's funny.
That's really funny. Damn it, Mikey. We're sorry. Sounds like you were about to go negative, and that's why Hasbro cut you off. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah. It looks like you got Matt. You pulled up the video here. This looks like
it's Yimbo.
Our good friend Yimbo.
Struggling
it a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Mikey's back. All right, finish, Mikey.
They can't stop me. I'm going to say what I want to say. They can't cut my internet off, all right? I'm here. I thought it was great. Like, it was a fun experience seeing, you guys play around with it and Yimbo, like, doing his thing. And we all just sort of, like, came together and started, comparing, the Renew Your Vows. And that was really fun. Look, end of the day, it's a very fun figure. I enjoyed, playing around with it and posing it, and I didn't have any issues with it, or it just, I'm also like, I don't know, I'm trying to be careful with giving too much opinion and saying how I feel. I just kind of want the figure to to sort of speak for itself at this point, because there's just so many different opinions and feelings about the whole thing that overall I just think it's a really fun figure to play with. So
Yimbo looks to be having, he's not even here to defend himself, but he looks to be having a little bit of difficulty there.
Oh yeah, he it was an experience for him.
Yeah.
User error, is that what you said, Mikey?
User error.
Look at Dan in the back. Yes, pose, play.
Yeah.
It was cool though that it felt like just like a fun, like, because I was with Machu, I was with Yimbo, I was with Mikey, and we were just taking turns playing with Spidey, just like talking about it casually. It's like, oh, what you like, what you don't like, and I thought that was a cool moment.
Yeah, that's cool. Mr. Junior, I know you said you yield your time, but
yeah, I spent like 95% of my time, if you heard yesterday, like in front of the cold slither packaging. So I really didn't do any of this. I was like, look, it's $50. It's articulate up the wazoo. I think it was done with Adam, and Adam is an articulation nut. I feel like I already know my barrier of entry, so I'm going to be happy with this. The one I'm in the minority. Not a huge Spider-Man nerd. I do know I will have him in my collection. The only thing I would say is for the price point, I just need it to be super articulated in the right way. And I wanted to have all the accessories where I don't need to buy another. Like, that's the covenant I feel in my mind that Hasbro makes with me. If I'm going to spend $50 on a toy, it's fine, because Hasbro keeps making like 3 or 4 revisions of a Wolverine with or without claws or unmasked or battle damage. And you wind up paying like $100 anyway. I'd rather just spend $50 and have everything I need all in one box. And if they give me that, huzzah,
then you're good.
I'm happy.
Then you're done. I get that. I get that. I want to, before we move on to more Spider-Man talk, I do want to read a couple quick comments. We got Work More or Less is in the chat here saying, yo, Toy Rentu said the next Vin Diesel might have been there. And that's for, if you guys don't know, that is a nod to Vin Diesel starting on his Street Sharks commercial from way back in the day. So go back and check that out. That's a real thing. Archie saying that ZoloCon was great. He doesn't have the prerequisites for Toy Fair yet. I think you should check, man. Go try it out. They were,
there's a lot of people there that I saw that I was like, how'd you get in?
Jay shot and not you.
That's right. See?
Yeah.
See?
Like
Dario throwing shade on our show. It works perfectly.
They let me in. Shit.
Yeah. Duart Studio saying evening, gents. Who else you got? Rick Dom says it always here is awesome going there as a dad and bringing back all the random freebies that the toy booths give out to the kids at home. I lied. I did get one random thing. I got a game called Flip 7, which they said is supposed to be better than Uno, and to which we immediately replied, slow your roll. So we'll see what happens there. Man Beast Boy saying Spin Master coming up. Those PlayStation figures are awesome. Lago talking about how he got matching tattoos with Dario, and they are unicorns. So there you go.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Rick Jones saying Machu posing Maximum Spider-Man sold me on its price, be damned. So there you go. And let's see. Dom said gotta admit I chuckled in some of the videos when I kept hearing Dan Yoon out of frame saying, want to touch it? So,
it was exactly what you thought it meant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Everyone got to touch Dan's 6-inch Peter Parker. So there you go. Yep. And that's why they won't be on the show with us. Dom did also say best part of the videos was seeing everyone try to hit their ideal Spider-Man pose, which is interesting because everyone's got a different one, right? Everyone's got a different thing going there. Yeah, go ahead.
The thing about that was like they were trying to like get us to move along, and also when you have everybody like breathing down your neck trying to pose this thing, you're just like, I don't want to be the one to fuck this figure up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want that pressure of like all the the internet comments just like roasting you. But they also said that there was 3 more Spider-Man in the back that you could mess around with. So I'm just like, all right, here, Chewie, you go play with this one. I want one of the 3 in the back. But they weren't. You couldn't mess around with those 3 when you got in there, and then you couldn't go back. You were past the point of no return. And I wanted to go back. I mean, like, most of the game just really popped his head on there, right? Like I didn't even get to really mess around with him as much as I wanted to. Plus, it was like really sweaty after Yimbo.
Yeah, it was like greasy.
You bought the Parker and another Spidey?
That was Mikey who brought the Spidey.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, where the hell did you get a second Spidey? But then I see the posing; it's different. So that was better.
Yeah, that does look good. That does look good.
The head's a little high, Machu. I think the head's a little high.
It's
a little long. Yeah,
it's a little long. But
it's a little inches off, Machu. I think it's very incorrect.
If you look at the figure itself, the head is sitting is the same height as the masthead is.
Yeah.
Back to production.
It's got a lot of web lines. I wanted more web lines, but not this many.
It's tight. It's tight.
So
many tight lines.
Yeah. Yimbo was also struggling with my Osmo. I noticed he kept hitting things with the camera.
Chewie, is that you? Is that you with the what's that piece you got? The attachment?
Oh, it's a little Ulanzi handle thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they went
Is
live.
there anything on the figure you guys think are missing?
I would have liked
more web
them
lines.
to.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, more web lines.
I don't really. We know about.
I don't mind about the sculpt. I think I prefer the smoother lines, like no sculpted, because like in comics they're not sculpted on his suit. But what I really would have wanted was like those the bare hands with the web shooters. I wish you could change those hands. I wish it wasn't just one piece.
Oh,
yeah. So if you have like Peter Parker right there, you could put in the other hands too,
or any regular flesh colored hands. Yeah, that could have worked. You know,
I would have liked the battle damaged head sculpt more than
you know they're gonna come out with. They're probably gonna come out with a battle.
100%, dude. I mean, this thing would be reused up the wazoo.
Or I would have trolled a little bit. Do the half mask and a new pizza slice. Just to be like, oh, it's a new pizza Spidey. Here you go.
True.
We know you guys love it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Dario, you didn't go to Hasbro, right? You didn't go to this event?
Did,
or you did.
but
you did. All right, yeah.
I went straight to the Joes. I got footage of that, and then I was
awesome.
in front of Emily talking. She was talking about the Transformers, and then I grabbed some brownies and those bean empanadas, and
those were
the
good.
I missed out.
pigs in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket.
I missed out on those. Good. Those look good though.
They
Delicious.
were surprisingly good. That the little mustard Dijon grape poupon shit they had there was.
I'm
good.
way more interested in the food than the toys right now. So.
Yeah.
I missed out on the actual good stuff.
The brownie bites were really good. I think I ate my two. I ate 2 or 3, and by the time I got to Dan and the Spidey, the minute I grabbed Spidey, I turned around to go. I forgot to see if Lago or Junior were behind me. And everybody was gone, and I was like, "Oh shit, is this over?" Like, damn, they just left me, and they were like, "Oh, everybody's in the back," and I was like, "I was already there. I don't need to go," not knowing that they showed off way more stuff than the earlier hours when we went.
Oh,
but,
I feel so bad. Imagine we had only that AM appointment. We were like, "Oh, we don't need to double dip," but we would have missed out on all that stuff.
Yeah,
definitely.
So, were you able to go around the corner though?
Yeah,
we did the whole thing.
See, I wanted to. They were very adamant we could not go any further than a certain point.
Shut us pass.
Yeah. So real quick before we go into the rest of Hasbro, unless Masha, you want to give your 2 cents on Spider-Man, or
what do you mean? Like, is it worth the $50 or?
Yeah,
we're going in that
what do you
topic.
think? Well, I mean, everyone's kind of waiting on Spider-Man, but I know that you talked a little bit about the sculpt and stuff. But I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to weigh in on.
One of the things that when I was messing around with it, if I could go back in time and not do, was go for the web effects. That was a waste of time for me. That's one thing where I think that people are accounting that into consideration of the price. And I'm like, if you're going to consider that into the price of the whole package, if it's worth $50, I would honestly say that it's probably not. If you're really expecting all those accessories to make an impact. To be honest, I have Mafex figures. I don't even use the web effect, so I don't even count that as towards the price. I usually look at the price towards just the figure itself and the extra hands maybe. But I usually just make my own web effects out of like floral wire, so that's how I do it. But
do you think it's unique tooling from it being Spider-Man and all the line work? Do you think that's where the question again? No, do you think that's what?
Yeah, well, I mean, like it is a brand new figure. I didn't have to overly state that it's new tooling because it is new tooling in most waves.
And it's an A-tier character.
It is an A-tier character. I mean, I guess it's almost the reverse of what Bandai does, because like Bandai will entice you with $35 figure, like the cheaper figures being the main characters, and then the main character in Hasbro is more expensive. Well, like the other characters are cheaper.
LOL. Yeah, that's true.
All right, Mikey, I know you got to jump, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch up.
I've been talking to you guys. We'll do it again next year, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you soon. So real quick, we're gonna say goodbye to Mikey. I'll kick you out. Don't worry. Here you go. Oh, look at that little band from the studio button. Before we bring in our next guest, I do want to just acknowledge Toy Amigos with a very generous $20 super hat here, saying, "Look at all these fine young gentlemen. Next year, I'm going." Cheney, we would more than happy to have you there.
I mean,
answer KJ Smith. KJ, if you go, Be Amazing actually did a hell of a pose.
Yes,
with that, and that was awesome.
Yeah, you got to check that on his IG. You got to check that out. And I do love Pancheesy's comment. Not worth 50, but I'll spend 50. So there you go.
I mean, is it worth 50? But then you end up spending it. You're kind of like
that's the thing that I like when we, after we posted, everybody posted it, and the thing came out, and the price finally came out being 50, which we kind of like speculated around that area, right?
Yeah.
Everybody complained,
sold out,
and it's sold out within like the hour. So it's like, who's complaining? The ones that couldn't get it because it got sold out, or the ones that bought it that they're mad they spent the 50 but can't wait to get the figure?
That's gonna be the cheapest you'll ever get it for now.
Yo, dude, seriously, you know what I mean? And it's I think it was super smart of them to go with a Spidey because not for nothing, if you name any other character, it wouldn't have sold.
Right.
Cap
maybe, but like if you
Cap
think
maybe,
I
about
don't even think so. Like Spidey, the way you were posing them and the way I saw other people posing them,
the joints are very smooth.
There wouldn't be no need for a Captain America, let's say, to be that articulated.
Yeah.
Right.
A Spidey figure that does all these movements because of the web slinging and everything else, it made sense, right? To be one of the first. Maybe a Wolverine. But
I would say Wolverine is a
Let's
top
say Wolverine.
consideration for like the
but
same.
how many Wolverines do we get a year to people be like another one?
We got
a lot this year.
Same as Spider-Man. We
Okay,
just
so
saw Wave
97 Wolverine was already going for triple digits, so I think people would be okay with a tiger stripe Wolverine.
Yeah.
I could see Yimbo backstage like dancing, trying to get in, wanting to weigh in on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Yimbo here. He's dying. He's like, let me talk.
Sweating on that Pete. Sorry. I sweat all over that bad boy. I can't wait. He's so wonderful. Just he had. Could I somehow get that one that I just dripped all over?
That was the dampest Spider-Man I've ever played with in my life.
He was moist.
We can certainly ask Yimbo. We can certainly ask.
I'm just saying that could be a collector's edition one day.
Before you send them to
Made
the
the
crusher,
figure a little looser. Was that all that hot water coming out of his hands?
And you know what? It was also the combination. I always joke that like I'm a furnace, so it was the combination of the shock oil, the Yimbo shock oil, special brands, and the heat. It was team heat, team sweat. I was all butts wet. It was great. I can't wait.
You liked it.
I like that. That toy is great, man. I mean, like everything you guys just said is spot on. Like I didn't think it was at the 50 point. I thought it was, could have been a little bit less, but it was worth it to own it at 50. I don't need the webs, but that's just me. I think it's a great starting figure for a fan of Spidey who's just getting into Legends. And all our collecting speculation prices are screwed for the foreseeable future. So mental health and, finding ways to bring in joy and that type of stuff is going to have to be the name of the game. So this is why, we're all good people to hang with. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Yimbo.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot and sweating on that Pete. That was good. Thank you very much again to the Toy Amigos and a very generous $10 super hat who says, whoa, Dario, let's calm down on the Wolverine hate. You'll get way more Spider-Mans a year versus Wolverine. It's true. It's true. There's plenty of Spider-Mans.
This year it was heavy on Wolverine.
Dario's going to keep count, so we'll see. Let's see. I got a couple of the comments that came in too. Let's see. We got it's not the first time Spider-Man or new tooling or detailed or accessories, whatever, even going. It's not 50s, but damn it, for Bat Spidey Wolverine. Come on, that's true. Panchisi says 90% of the figures he buys aren't really worth their MSRP when comparing it to other stuff, but we'll still spend it. We're still going to spend it. And then Ryan says he missed out because he thought no one was going to buy it. So that'll teach you.
Because a lot of people were saying they weren't going to buy it.
Yeah. And Steve said that was a soggy Peter. Maximum Sweat Spider-Man. There you go. There you go. And,
what's going on in your head here when you're?
Well, I'm happy to see like Dan, his expression at least was like, okay, this guy's he had a positive look because I was so locked in. You guys know, I'm getting heckled on every side of me. There's Chewie's hand with just spewing nothing but jokes.
You got that shoulder going in there too. I'm getting nervous.
I thought he was going to knock over the whole display.
Oh my god!
Thing popped out.
The times that I turned around to go look to see if the crowd got shorter was this because all I see is like, and I'm like, he's just wiping his hand. And then going like this, I'm like, did he break it? I was like, oh shit.
I thought he did.
I was so nervous. Well, that's why, like, with the sweaty hands. So there was a comment on this live, and I felt bad, like, what? You can't even swap the form. It's like, no, man. Like, my hand, like, right now, if I tried to swap a hand in my basement, it would be slipping off of a Legend. The forearm is a very unique, you know, like, it's my first time, and I didn't want to snap a wrist peg. I was freaking out, man.
Yeah, but you did great.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Instant QC for them if you did.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. But what do we always say? Legends are like the fact that it's their attempt at a Mafex, so you get very, very good articulation with a figure that's going to be durable. So again, don't judge sweaty palms McGee over here.
I will say though that you put anybody in that position where like everybody's behind you waiting to get their hands on this figure.
Yeah.
And like they're just heckling you like, come on, Yimbo, let's go.
See, but not I.
And then you have me specifically in his ear with the live going, heckling him.
You know what, guys? I'm just gonna be honest. With all of my Apple Watch like on this stream, I'm just happy I didn't get any OnlyFigs notifications. That would have been embarrassing.
I want to know what your heart rate was at on your.
Ooh, I can probably check that. I'll get back to you.
Check that. You can check that. You go check that. We got Kyle. What a guy saying. Happy Wednesday, my dude. Certainly missed him at the Super 7 booth. Rhino with the very generous $2 super chat, making sure I don't miss his comment this week, saying we're doing it live. Yeah. We are doing it live. And Old Grumpy Nerd saying this is Yimbo testing the paint quality of this video.
Hey, it held up, Old Grumpy Nerd.
It held up.
I'll say
it held up. And Pancheesy saying ultimately at the end of the day, the price point is mostly a marketing strategy to test the waters and see how much their consumer base is willing to spend. It's a new version of the retro wave. So there, and Man Beast Boy saying slippery Pete. And then Diggs Fake saying don't worry, one day. Day one was only the first fake sellout. Maximum is available again on Big Bad Toy Store. So there you go. And it looks like too we got another guest here. We got the one and only Lago Figs flying all the way in from Lago Land. What is up, my dude? Did you pop up on screen? I saw you come on with. Hang on, I'm gonna remove you and bring you back in. There he is. There he goes. He showed up with audio only.
Lago.
What's up, dude?
By the way, I forgot. Yimboni is placing a 20. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, that's a terrible joke. How you doing, Lago?
I'm good. I have my light way too bright though. It's like killing me.
That's you shining, baby. That's you shining.
You're the one who needs sunglasses.
My unicorn, bro.
I know it's still there. Look, these things last forever.
Lasts forever. It's 2 days. But yeah.
Oh sure.
It felt like forever.
My ashes don't come off. I get questions.
I noticed how I've kept you in the center here to ward off all the heathens as you came on. So, Lago, what we've kind of talked through a little bit about Toy Fair itself and Maximum Spider-Man. We're gonna keep going, obviously, but what's your hot take on Maximum Spider-Man?
I mean, I got to mess around with it, which was nice, and I think Dan was really cool. He was like, "Yo, Lago, come check this out," and it was before like the crowd started getting crazy. So I just went in there and I was messing with it, and it's fun. It's a cool figure. It has a little bit more articulation. I think a lot of the times it's made for a customer that likes Marvel Legends, that really likes Marvel Legends and wants that extra stuff. It is a lot smoother. Has more points of articulation. There's more paint apps. I'm one of those people that I pre-ordered it just to try it out, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys all paid attention to it because I got some great shots of Archangel. He was at the end of the table, and he got like wings. I want to see the wings go on the old one too.
Those little empanadas were mad good though.
Those empanadas were really good.
I was gonna say, Junior, everybody's looking at that Spider-Man, and in the background is that Doom head, and I'm just like, nobody's wanted to try that on. Like I would have tried that Doom head on.
Ryan walked through the back when we all were in the back. And the only question I had from him, which he like completely ignored the shit out of me, I was like, "Hey man, why'd you stop making the role playing masks? Like, they look a lot cheaper. Like, what happened with? I got Star-Lord with Bluetooth. I got the Ant-Man that lights up and all these things, and now it's just mask. No, like even though he doesn't need it, but it doesn't have like all the dope stuff. Like, but I want that helmet.
It looks great.
So bad, bro.
Yeah. That looks really
good.
Did
any of this stuff show up at Ollie's?
The Black Panther.
There must have been feedback in terms of the breakdown, the price point or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of those things wound up on discount at some point, and maybe that was their feedback from the retailers.
I mean, I have a couple of them. I like all of them. I have the Iron Spider. I have the Green Goblin, and then the other ones I have like Transformers ones and stuff.
I think I want to get that Green Goblin. I got the pumpkin bomb. Rick Dobbs says he'd catch some lice for that Doctor Doom helmet. He'd try it on. He'd catch it. He'd be all right with that. So there you go.
Hey, John, do you want to? Yeah. Do you want to take a guess at what I pinpointed? It, like your thanks to the heart rate at that time on March 1st.
I'm gonna go 119.
Anybody else who wants to take a guess?
142.
What?
That's me doing like a high intensity workout.
No, I know. I'm familiar with that.
Any other guesses?
126. I'm going over.
All right, you guys are John. You came. It was 113. For posing an action figure, 113 beats a minute. Right. What a psychopath I am.
Now, Yimbo, go find what your heart rate is with the misses, and let's see if it's What? Yeah. You have to keep a straight face. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
He was under a lot of pressure to perform.
Yeah.
He's there with the misses. He thinks with the maximum spider just to get it up.
Oh my God! Jason says I was gonna say 0 because you were dead.
Spider really gets the blood going.
Yeah. Sorry, Yubo. It might have been a low blow, but it felt like an easy alley-oop. Dario, what do you got going on here, man? Are you trying to bounce like this? What's I'm
gonna steal the good content. I'm taking it to the better show.
All right, go take it to the better show. What a jerk. We love you, Dario. We appreciate you being on with us. Yeah, dude. Anytime you want to come on and warm up the crowd before your show, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, so whoever's watching now, just come on over to the Fallen Fat Chronicles.
We're only going to go for another 15 minutes, and they're just getting warmed up. So we'll stay here. And, you guys catch them later. Yeah.
No.
Bye, Dario. Appreciate you.
Jump too.
All right.
I got to jump too because I don't like to miss the Fallen Fat. So.
Okay. Oh wow. All right.
That's
fine.
Fine. Upstairs.
That's fine.
Hit that band,
guys.
Hit the band.
Hit that band button. All right. Gotcha. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Chewy. Appreciate you.
Later, Chewy.
All right. So you
band himself.
Yeah, I'm sure he can. He's got control over everything.
Long last.
Yeah. All right. Now we'll talk about the real stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So you had mentioned the X-Force. This is cool. I think I think Dario actually yesterday on Chat Amigos talked about making sure it had the plugs because he got the folded wings. I also have those folded wings somewhere amongst that, so that would be cool to see. But yeah, he looks good.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty.
Yeah. Are the wings new? These look like new wings, though.
No, these are definitely new wings because the way the curvature on them.
Yeah.
And I do want to see if the missile effect at the bottom are universal. And I was looking at the construction and how it pins into his back, and I felt like it was very similar. Someone mentioned it was like some Bucky Cat body was what was used on the previous release. I'm just hoping that there is some. They had enough forethought to consider interchanging the wings between this one and the Jim Lee one. If not that I'm advocating for another Jim Lee Archangel, but that would be kind of amazing.
Yeah.
I like that the suit details are sculpted into the mask.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed. I know Machu was saying about I guess there was back and forth about the line work and the intricacies of it, and on some level I do agree. I'm one of those. I'll use the Fantastic Four as an easy example. Like if you have a properly done buck, I'm not opposed to paint. And I understand, and I guess I acquiesce to the needs of the industry to save on tooling and all this stuff. And if it's done smartly, I'm okay with it. But my friend, and I would understand it, saying he questions how much they're charging, and he wants to see at least the line work on things like boots and this and that, and I also understand that that's not a rough ask. I don't know where you guys fall in on all that.
I mean, for particular head sculpts like this, showing where the suit ends on the face, like seeing that it's raised like that, I think that's better than it being painted on.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
That head sculpt did blow me away. Well, we did kind of bum rush Maximum Spidey, but while we did wait, we weren't the first people to sweat on him. So yeah, like that head sculpt, unbelievable. And I do like when they add sculpted pieces to it, but it's something that like when it happens, I appreciate it because as long as like you were saying, the paintwork journey, like then you're good. So. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it looks sharp with the texture for sure.
Absolutely.
What else did you guys see at Hasbro? Anything else that you saw that just kind of really? I know there's a lot of other things: Transformers, GI Joes. The Venom was there.
The Venom in person looked really nice. It's nice and big, and it looked really cool.
Did the legs look better on it?
Yeah, for me, like in person, the legs look better. The Ultimate Iron Spider looked really nice.
Okay.
And then like the kids things were cool. Like there was like the Spider-Man playset that was really awesome. That I thought was pretty cool. Reminded me of like, the old Daily Bugle playset almost.
Yeah. Oh, really? There's like a Daily Bugle because I know that aren't they doing like a Dino Spider-Man thing?
It wasn't a Daily. It reminds me of the Daily Bugle, but it's like a bodega and then like a Venom thing on the side.
Yeah, but then a Daily Planet or a Daily Planet. I was watching Superman today. Daily Bugle like billboard. So I'm with Lago. Like in terms of toy, like that's a fun toy. That's a fun playset.
All right.
I actually do like a lot of the kids stuff for sure. The smaller price point for sure, but I see like the removable armors and this and that, and that for me harkens back to the Toy Biz days. I actually get a kick actually seeing a lot of the kid product. I think they're in a very good space for that. For me, it was GI Joe. I like the retro cover girl and Flint. They had a couple of leaked early versions that were floating around that honestly, as upset as they may have been about those leaks, I think it sort of tempered expectations, so to speak, so that when they actually came out, they looked phenomenal. I can't say the same for the packaging, but definitely.
I didn't see the packaging. I wish you have any photos of it?
Just look up Retro Flint and you'll understand my point. But complete contrast, the box set for Cold Slithers is incredible. Can't wait for that set to come out, and they're gonna have like 1/12 musical instruments. That's gonna be kind of amazing. And the snake armor was that thing was an amazing standout. And man, they took a really like on its face one of the more lame character executions from the 80s, Crystal Ball, and they did some amazing stuff with him. He looks like a damn wizard.
Well, I could tell you from that picture, I know the bear just went up with Snake Eyes today, right? Was that today? It's up now. I know that. And then that snake suit looks great. Like those two things right there. I'm like, yeah, I need them. Like that's gonna fight the Hulkbuster. That's my. What did we settle on, John? What was the J? What's the J?
What?
The J shot Hulkbuster. What was?
I don't remember
what was our name for?
It was the ice. I gotta be honest, I don't remember at all.
J Shot Buster. I don't know about that.
Yeah, Shot Buster, J Buster. Yeah, it was something.
I know we had a name. It was better than Machi. What was our J Shot Hulkbuster name?
Don't put this on me.
Get the pictures out.
E2 Machu.
Well, if you don't like white, it'll probably come out in blue.
Yeah.
No, but I think that mech suit was really cool. I know like other companies are talking about making mech suits. I think it's really cool that they showed this one off, and you could actually fit a figure in there. And I'm looking forward to seeing it in like different colors and people customizing it and all that stuff. It reminds me of like Exo Squad back in the day.
Exo Squad, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna steal the screen for a hot second here, Matsu, and just show off the Flint. Now I understand. Now I understand.
Like, that's AI'd Ben Shapiro. That's cool.
Yeah, that is the card art for Flint. Yeah.
Unless he has 5 fingers, not 6.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
It's called a stick shooter, okay?
But yeah, I'll bring up the other Toy Fair thing back there, and let's see real quickly too. Dom saying how crazy G.I. Joe put their bear up for pre-order today, and it will probably be out before the Mythic Legions bear. That's fair. We got that armor so crazy, and I'll collect G.I. Joe outside of the characters that appeared in the PSAs. But I'm still going to grab that. No questions asked. We got 78 points this year, yo nerds. Yeah, that's it. We're the nerds. That bear does look good. That like growling face, the screaming face looks awesome. actually. So it looks really, really good.
Well, I didn't realize the piece comes off on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, we just got the arrows in it.
Yeah,
yeah.
and it shows the bloody piece.
Yeah. We should have. Well, no, we don't want to get yelled at. I was gonna say we should have checked.
I also like that little bear trap that's down there.
Yeah.
Wait, we have bear mutilation, but no hood. Great.
That's a pretty cool looking Snake Eyes figure too. Not too bad.
I love the stuff that they're referring back to the original 5-part miniseries. I could take stuff like that all day.
Sorry, hit the wrong button.
And then Yimbo was also blown away by this.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh wow, what's this?
So it's an outpost, and it comes with a special trench viper. And I'm really mad because apparently this was a Pulse exclusive and it already sold out.
Wait, what? I missed it.
Yeah. Come on. And I'm up on my Joes, and that harangued me to no end. Poor Lenny was very sad about that. I listen. All I'm saying is, Hasbro, if you're listening, I just don't want this to be sold out, and then all of a sudden, magically one day, Big Bad Toy Store has them in stock for some godforsaken reason. I hope you guys can get like a stranglehold on the distribution on this thing.
When was that? Is that just a recent thing? When did that come out?
Was. Yeah.
Somewhere between Comic-Con and today.
If you can find someone, maybe we should all just stay and chat about this, but if you find someone who pre-ordered it, when they tell you it's about to get charged, the in-stock ones will pop up that morning for the charges that drop or whatever. True. So you kind of have to hawk the site around the time it's meant to come out early in the morning. That will be your best shot at getting it, but I'm really sad I missed it.
I had no idea. That was like the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I asked Junior. I was like, "Is this new? I had never seen this thing before."
And what did I say? Oh yeah, it's new.
Yeah, that's what you said. I was like, "Okay, he's the Joe's guy."
Thumbs up. There's a live stream, and it went up. I was like,
I just got excited because Gridiron Studios, again, great products, great accessories to kind of fill in the whole the blanks. Like I had looked at something that they have that was similar to this, so I didn't pull the trigger on that. I was like, oh well, this is coming out. Oops.
Hopefully it'll come back.
Yeah.
No.
I love like all the little outposts and things like that.
It looks like Diggs is saying that they're not seeing anything on screen, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, let's drop it out and bring it back in. So let's see the black screen. All right, guys, let us know if it comes back up.
Hold on, let me remove other things.
Yeah. Go. Do you think? I probably screwed it up somehow. Yep, we got it. Everybody's saying now. Yep,
the screen is black.
We got it. What else? I mean, we'll finish up on some Joes here, and then was any other booths or toys that you guys wanted to really hit on before we?
I'll go first.
All right.
I want to talk about TLS Toy. They're revitalizing the Mask property, and what a surprise! That was our first appointment of the day, Saturday morning, and they told us that. We have a new guy who's going to be introducing you to the Mask product. His name is John Warden. And for those of you who don't know who John Warden is, he was, we'll say, unceremoniously removed from Hasbro after 25 years of dedicated service. So that was such a bummer. But it was really awesome to find out he landed on his feet. He had to kind of keep it close to the vest a little bit, but he was there to present Mask. The product looks incredible. It's supposed to debut first with Big Bad Toy Store in July. There will be 4 offerings, $30, $50, $75, and $100 price points. So if you know your vehicles, it's the Condor, then the Thunderhawk with Matt Tracker, the Switchblade with Miles Mayhem. Oh, sorry, Condor Brad Turner. And it's the Rhino with Bruce Otto and a second Matt Tracker. And the sculpts on them are incredible. The drivers have increased articulation, not exactly like Ramen Toy, but we had a great back and forth with John about maybe, just continually visiting what type of engineering can be implemented to increase our articulation. And we might see something special at San Diego.
Oh, okay. All right. I know that Mask it was a big deal for a lot of people to see that come back. I will personally say that I don't think that I had any Mask as a kid, so This didn't feel like a must-have, but I'm happy to see all the excitement coming around it. I mean, any excitement around toys is always a nice thing. So, but it is cool. It is cool, especially look, the more vehicles that we can get out too, I think is always a good thing. I'm going to segue. Okay, go.
Just really quickly, they are going to. Yeah. There might be collaborations that happen. Mask is, Hasbro owned. So, the name of the game in the last couple of years have been collaborations. You see like Transformers and Ghostbusters and things like that. So Mask might be in on that too. So
okay. All right. Let's I'm going to use your segue there. You talked about ramen toys. Machi, you want to bring up the ramen tank? I know you got that. That was something we didn't get to see. You want me to add it? Yep.
Yeah, so this is a screenshot of the tank, but it is a 1/12 scale tank. And you could actually fit your figures in there.
Still a black screen there, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Is it?
I can see it.
We can see it.
We can see it.
Not in the video though, unfortunately.
Let me just remember.
Technology.
Oh, son of a gun! Yeah. Not that I was doubting you guys out there. Sorry,
that's
TV
all right.
Lance.
It's all right. Macho, you want to try jumping out completely and come back in?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right.
Is the color scheme G2 Megatron?
I don't. Well, it's green and purple. Was that a Megatron? I don't transform.
I feel like if that's immediately the deco I thought of when I saw it, but I don't remember the aesthetic on Megatron 100%.
All right.
I thought it was just Jokerized.
It was Jokerized. It was another Jokerized McFarlane piece.
Damn, he has claws and everything.
Lago, I know you guys got to go to Mondo, and Dario and Junior talked a little bit about that before. What was your take on Mondo stuff? They show anything new?
They didn't show anything new, but I wasn't at San Diego, so I got to see the Batman Beyond for the first time, which was wonderful. Okay. Love that thing. And we got to speak with the guys there, and we had a long conversation with them, and it was I think the conversation was awesome. Like just speaking about like, hey, what would you like to come out for this line? And what do you think is going to come out? And what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And just talking about like customer base and age groups. And we were going at it, right? Right, Junior? Like we were talking.
He threw out, I don't want to say it, but he was throwing out specific characters. Like it was almost like, these are the new pre-orders. But I don't want to that was my takeaway. I'm like, he's making them. I think that's what he's basically trying to say. The best
was like when he was like, "Oh, what would you like to come out for the Batman Beyond line?" And I said like something. He gave me a look like, "Hey, how the hell do you know this?"
You got that right on the head the first shot.
So he's like, and then he was asking about like Spider-Man animated and all these other, and I would give him things, and he was just like, give me looks like, what? How does these weird looks like, almost like, hey, yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier. One point is that how well they treat their customers and they understand how expensive it is, and make sure you get exactly what you think you paid for, which is awesome.
He did mention that there will be more 6-inch figures from different the licenses.
Yes.
And like he didn't say specifics, but he said like be on the lookout. It's gonna come.
You're saying post Mode 2, right? Because that's the 6-inch. That's 1/12.
That's the Mode 2, yeah. But like
after that, you mean, right? There's more coming.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think something that people have been asking for. I think eventually.
Well,
I love those.
Better not be more Ninja Turtles. I'll tell you that.
And that's another thing. I got to handle the Ninja Turtles, the soft vinyls they have.
Yeah.
And like having those in hand, it's a totally different experience, man. Like
I don't want to open mine. I love them in the box so much.
Everyone says that.
Yeah, we're still getting a black screen, so I think that I don't know what's happening here.
It's a fantastic picture, guys. Sorry.
It looks great. We'll describe it to you in detail. Right now, we're looking at. Oh, it went away. But anyway, so we don't need the pick. Man Beast Boy says we don't need the picks. We've seen it all. It's true. There's been a lot of content going up from Toy Fair, but all right. Let's maybe this is a sign for us to wrap it up since Ernie stole all our good content. Dario wasn't kidding. He stole our pictures when he said he was leaving over to take all the good content to Ernie.
Oh, that's why we have a black screen?
That's why we got a black screen.
EMP'd.
Yeah. So, but I was going to say, what you guys want to go around the horn and say kind of what figure you're either most hyped for or most surprised to be re-revealed? You can only pick one though. Pick one. Only can pick one. So,
Shoot.
yeah. I don't know who wants to go first.
Not me.
All right. Toy B goes, yes, the fallen Fett is corrupting the stream. There it is. Now we got it back. Well, wait, do we? Nope.
Oh, that explosion. Okay.
It's back. It's back.
And people can see that, right?
Yes, people can see it.
Okay, real quick. Blockies. I love that. That's what I was meaning with the leggings. Like, it's like an explosion view, and it points at it, and it calls it leg armor, which I love.
Leg armor. Yes. There you go.
And that's
There you go.
Oh, and that's the thing that I was telling Chewy. I was like, man, if they sold that, just that look, that shadow box, I would buy that. And I swear the guy next to me was like, let me write this down in my notepad.
Yeah, double underline exclamation point.
Yeah.
Yes, I 100% agree.
That
Like,
would
look how
be cool
cool-
to store him that way too.
Right?
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like I just saw NECA stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
NECA stuff was cool though. I mean, the Big Bird at NECA's booth and the Harry monster were really, really cool to see.
Oh, they're incredible.
So
The Blockies,
Bert showed up yesterday.
your Bert and Ernie? Yeah.
Ernie's shipping, but
Okay.
Bert just showed up.
I have to say, I was really impressed with Blockies, and it was like the
Yeah.
first boot that I went to.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone here got me to go to the Blockies booth, and I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw.
Yeah, I can't wait to open my gold shiny Bumblebee, put it together.
Fancy.
Yeah, and that was when I was like, I thought we were not supposed to get anything at Toy Fair, and then like we got a bag of goodies, and
That
I'm
was
like,
neat.
people are
Not
lying.
all of us.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you, Junior. I'm with
Well,
you.
we had a friend whose face was on the poster, so it helped.
That's true.
And we got mimosas, more
Yeah,
than
we
one.
did.
We
Yeah,
keep talking about the mimosas, man.
they were good. I should have had a third.
Yeah.
I had.
I was
I'm grateful. That's all. I'm grateful.
I was telling Junior, I was like, yeah, we're not getting stuff, so I'm tired of not asking. So I started asking, and like, hey, they started giving stuff.
Yeah,
out.
like I don't want to be that guy. And we were just talking about that. And even the ladies at Coach Check and Mattel was like, I was like, do you get anything? Because I'm used to a blogger breakfast, and they give you like a goodie bag at the end of it. And I was just like, I just wanted to see if they were doing something separate, not unlike Hasbro. And she was like, why don't you ask them? And I was like, well, I don't want to be that guy. And then she was like, chow, a closed mouth is never fed. And I was like, you know what? That is, I'm feeling that. That's a very true statement. And I got this awesome, like it's not burlap, but it's like, it was like a nice Mattel bag. Like, it was really, really nice. Didn't have anything in it, but it's actually a really nice bag to have. But I liked it. It was a great bag.
It's true though. Speaking up, my dad always said, if you never ask, the answer's always no. And hey, Jazzwares worked out, right, Machu?
Jazzwares worked out.
Jazzwares, dude, they gave us a lot of stuff.
Oh, what you guys get?
Oh, real quick before we get into what you guys got, 1/6 Shooter says the Mezco gift bag used to be the best. So there you go.
I heard about those. Yeah.
They weren't at the show though.
No, they weren't. Steve says Machi was like, I'm Jason Mimosas. There you go. So
after 4, probably the hair would have gone down.
Yeah. Here we go. You're gonna show off what you got. Let's see.
Well, I don't have it. I don't all right here, but
all right.
This was again thanks to Mac. He's like, oh, dude, they look at it. They got a Supreme Omega. Cool. I was like, I'm gonna go over and see if I can get one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna challenge Trevor in shooting Micro Galaxy guys now. I'm coming for you, Trevor. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Trevor.
Instead of 1/6 shooter, you're gonna go 1/16 shooter. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't.
1/64.
All right, that's. This is. I don't even know what's in here, but I know it's. We saw Chewie's picture. It is some sort of small Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. It's either the TIE Fighter or the X-wing set.
Yeah, multiples, and that'll be the other one. So there you go. Love this live unboxing. There you go.
So those are the.
Oh, it's the X-wing set.
That's
I think you got one. Or TIE Fighter. Sorry.
Wow.
So there
Thanks
you go.
for showing that. That's cool.
There's like 3 or 4 of them in there, right?
I think so. I think it's a whole fleet, right?
Yeah, it was a squadron. Yeah, it was cool.
We'll give you my mailing address. That's cool.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But yeah, so that was fun. And then I have man, that even that Halo, it's upstairs, but that Halo thing, dude, much like the black light that turns on in the box. That was crazy.
This was a funny thing. Like, it was also another event where like they also feed you and stuff, and they did a whole vault reveal, right? And Orange Cassidy was there, and it was his they were revealing his it was a black and white figure. And then they were handing out the boxes, the giveaway bags at the back. So everybody was like, dispersing and going back and forth. They would give you like one set of bags and then another set if you go back online, and they'll ask you, oh, what do you want? You want Halo? You want wrestling? You want So I go there and I got the Kenny Omega stuff, and then I noticed that people kept going back and getting more stuff to get the Halo stuff on top of like the wrestling stuff. And I go back there, and I think it was one of our friends was up with me, but
was
like
it Matea?
Chubsy, I think it was Matea,
Yeah.
and Chubsy calls me, right, and I'm like, oh, I gotta answer this, but at the same time I don't want, because like I don't want to lose my spot in line. So I answer it, and then next thing I know is like they're like, we're closed. Sorry, we're done. And I'm like, oh, good.
You know what? But good for
They
you
looked at
guys.
my they looked at my lanyard and said we're closed, and it was already closing time.
Well.
Did you get? Wait, so did you not get a Warhog? You didn't get a Warhog?
No, I didn't.
Do you have Halo Infinite?
I have. Are those the smaller figures?
No, well, the Halo, the video game, it has a code. It's a so I have a code if you need it for Xbox skins.
Okay,
The game is so old now, though.
Yeah. 78 is saying that Paper Dio should be a real one. What do you think?
Oh, yes.
I am sure.
Yes, I have video of the Dio for you.
Yeah.
I'm still going through it.
I am sure that they will oblige, sir. So hit them up. And then Grump saying he's all in on the NECA Sesame Street figures. I agree.
Yeah,
I won't go all in, but I will get some of them. Oscar the Grouch was a pleasant surprise. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oscar was good.
The
All
other
right, so
one that threw me, that was cool.
Yeah.
was the like the fan made stuff, right? Yimbo.
Oh my gosh! this is
Oh,
like the
yeah.
front, like Ernie is Neo. Oh my! He has a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a gun, and he has
in
the.
his other hand.
You get the pills. Yeah.
See, when I saw him, he was posed doing the Matrix move.
He was bullet time. Yep.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Who's Elmo supposed to be? Yeah.
I don't know, but there's a flock to Elmo on the opposite side of that display case,
Okay.
which is pretty phenomenal.
There's a Joker Elmo, I believe, too.
Yeah.
Joker Elmo.
Waiting on NECA Cookie Monster. Definitely waiting on
Those
that.
were cool.
Oh,
But,
Echo, definitely. Yeah.
Since I have the pictures, like it's not a black screen anymore. Here's that tank that we were talking
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
And
What
I
in
believe
it?
that's exclusive to that, like
BotCon.
BotCon. Yeah.
So
if it's BotCon, then it definitely is based on G2 Megatron.
no, it's just an interesting colorway. No, but I'm just kidding. The information is so you guys like there's the limited production for BotCon, but Agabus, the website, who's the distributor and manufacturer and blah blah blah, they will be listing this for sale, whatever the remaining con stock is post BotCon. So if there is anything left, it will go up, so people can have a chance to get this version of the Ramen Toys Tekken. Man, it was awesome. Ace, what a amazing dude that guy is. He's so excited. Like, doesn't his energy about toys? It just like it fills a room. It just you can't help but smile and like listen to that guy talk.
It was amazing to see that tank move too, like the treads.
Dude, just the rotation. It would rotate in this. You can make it do a circle. That's how like it was. It's exactly what you would expect.
What's the price point on this?
I don't
remember, but I do. I mean, he did when he was on with us. He did talk about how the treads on the bottom were also going to be used for other things. So you like, if you bought the tank and you wanted something else, you could swap it out with the top. So it was like you would be, yeah. So it wasn't just like, oh well, you're going to buy this and then you're going to go buy another one. It was more that you could like mix and match, and you don't have to store 4 things with these giant bases. So I do appreciate that engineering.
Yeah, I remember when he was on with you guys. You were right. He was like a lot of modular stuff that you got out of that conversation you had.
You could change the cannon from that piece to like the you could put in the bridge, right? The part where
the bridge
over the bridge.
And I remember Ace being again man of the people, right? He was like, he's making it where you can just have one tank and still swap out to like 4. Like I think it was like 4 different looks or whatever it was. That was a good show. It was a good episode. I mean, they're all good episodes, but I remember like I was so excited.
I appreciate you. So,
And
yeah,
I know Jayshot's been waiting.
No, look, I know. Good. Yeah,
I think
dude,
we have to talk about them.
Let's talk about them. I absolutely love these. I know, we talked a little bit about this on Chat Migos last night, and that these designs seem to be polarizing the TMNT community. But I absolutely love them. I think they are great. I think they look fantastic. The face sculpts look amazing. I mean, we didn't even talk about this. The detail down to the belts being in that style too. I mean, like if you go back, you see it on Mikey's belt too, and Donnie's belt here. They're just look at it, like it's just really great.
Wait,
and
John, I'm only in one, and I'm in the group one TMNT group chat, and they're all wonderful people, and everybody like loves all turtles. Who is knocking this? What other groups?
A lot of people are knocking it.
Polarizing. I've never heard a negative.
Dude, seriously?
Yes, yeah. People just saying like they look like trash and.
It's a works of art.
No, but then
I'm a little concerned of the people you associate with.
It might be. It might just no. It's not just in group chats. I've seen it on Reddit and things like that too. Where I know that Reddit is the
place of ignorance.
Right. It's fair. It's fair. But I love them. I think the pop is. Yibo using government names all over the place.
I'm just happy to see Raphael that's stowing his sigh correctly.
Yeah.
That's it's a very small thing, but that caught my eye. I was like, oh.
No, I get you.
Then with Usagi in the middle, then you figured it out.
Yeah. The Sakai turtles are my spirit animals. I love that. Yeah, dude, I think these look great, and I love them. I mean, if we're gonna get another set of the brothers, I think this is a cool way to get them.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, like I feel like Macho and I had we were like, oh wow, the 2012, and then we like all of a sudden it was like the O face. We was like, oh my god, what is this? Yeah. What is this? Whoa.
Yeah, we saw these. We're like, oh my god, it's a 2012. We're so excited for those.
And wait! You guys know the 2012s, okay?
And then we were like,
what
are those?
One accessory. It's a wheel of Gorgonzola or whatever.
Yes.
To the right, to the left, Raphael. What is that thing? Because there's a thing.
Yeah, does anybody know?
I've been racking my brain. I can't remember what the hell that was from.
You're not a fan.
That's fair. Thank you, Junior, for being here for your one and only time, calling me not a fan on my own show.
I just saw a moment where your heart just broke.
I did. Yeah, I was like, oh, all right. Anyway, I have been lacking on my turtles. I will say that. So, yeah, dude, and honestly, like, look, you guys know that I will shill for Shell, but it's interesting to me because I think the Shredder looks a little wonky, but it looks like it's ripped right out of the cartoon. But there is something off, and I don't know if it's like the spikes are too long on his claws, but like I don't know, there's something about it. Not that I'm not gonna buy it, but it just looks a little wonky to me. But I think the figures themselves look great.
They do.
So, yeah, go, Yibo. You have to raise your hand.
I just said it. The Shredder that won it for me for the weekend was the Super 7 2003 Shredder. That in terms of my favorite one that I saw, that one was sick. That was my favorite.
Yeah, we got the Super 7 Shredder, and Super 7 Casey Jones looked awesome too.
Oh sure, I was just going Shredder wise because I know I agree with you. I see what you mean about that silt there.
Yeah, look at that. That looks great.
And that's if you watched the show, you knew when he showed up, he meant business.
Yes.
Like he was a legitimate threat, and they really captured the imposing nature of the character.
Yeah,
that is what I love about this piece right here.
I said it when I saw it in person. I was like I'm gonna get this one to fight the Mezco turtles. Like to me, that grittiness goes against this empowering silhouette.
Yeah, the whole assortment is so solid.
Yeah.
They even got the head sculpt down to 78. I mean, Orokusaki's.
78 is going to send a cease and desist. Is the head of the Foot Clan, and I do appreciate we got to interview Brian there, and he said we know that the Foot Clan symbol is on upside down. Don't come for us. So that was funny to see that. So we'll get that up in a couple of days.
Notice I didn't take the picture of.
I noticed that. Yeah. Dobbs says J-Shot really wants the What If Bebop and Rocksteady. They were interesting. I'm sure I'll get them, but they were interesting. I did this Casey Jones. I thought was great. And if you look, the bonus pack head sculpt for Casey Jones is really awesome too.
So handsome. So handsome.
It's got the hair flowing. It's great. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Pretty solid on there. So
did everyone figure out their favorite toy of Toy Fair?
Yeah, I think we've stalled enough now. What was everybody's favorite? Lago, you want me to put you in the hot seat first?
Yes.
I mean, oh gosh, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. There were so many things, and like, a lot of the things like we've seen before. That's the thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So it wasn't like, oh wow, but I guess the turtles things were really cool. You know, the turtles. I like all the turtle stuff that was out there. They were fun. They were fun to look at.
There's my boy right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I have a terrible answer, but
that's okay. That's all right.
But I like
overloaded
when you asked the question even before, I was like, damn, I can't think of that.
Stuff he has. There's the turtles, there's the rat. There's stuff hidden behind the title card. It's awesome.
I have another question for the group.
Yeah.
In this like, are we talking about favorite toy that like we're going to own, or just like a favorite toy or toys that like
your favorite
in general
your favorite toy at Toy Fair? It doesn't have to be that you're going to own. Dom is sticking true to his Italian heritage and saying the Rocky Balboa. That was his favorite. So
I mean, I guess I'll just go back. I guess the Mondo Batman Beyond. I know that's kind of like silly, but whatever. It was really cool, and I like that. So yeah, Mondo Batman Beyond.
Okay, you got an answer or not yet?
Man, it's tough. I would say like, all right, so like stuff I'm gonna own for sure is like the Plunderling or the Pelicans. Like seeing them in person, messing with them, playing with the wings, like very excited. But I mean, I've been supporting the Plunderlings line, so I was gonna be in anyway. But
yeah, actually
messing with them got me hyped for it. And then like. I was telling my daughter about some Gabby Dollhouse stuff that's coming out, and they announced it. So, but like they're coming out with this like interactive dollhouse and all the like the cat ears that are gonna talk. Everything's talk. There's like so like that's gonna be in my house, and we're all gonna be really happy messing with it.
Looks like Lago's agreeing with you that he is also gonna be getting the Gabby Dollhouse.
No. My thing was the biggest thing for me. Like, okay, I'm gonna go back. The thing that surprised me the most was the Play-Doh Barbie stuff. The Play-Doh Barbie stuff was so cool. Like you could like make dresses out of Play-Doh. They come with like this pre-made Play-Doh, and you can make hair out of the Play-Doh and dresses. And I could just see my daughter going crazy for it. So like when Yumbo mentioned the Gabby Dollhouse stuff, I was like, yeah, the Play-Doh.
Yeah.
There's stuff to make like pasta. Like they had a different stencil, so you can make like ruffled dresses.
You can make ruffled dresses, different hairstyles. It was really cool. It's not for myself, but like.
Well. And this will be my last little thing, but like Spin Masters, we got to tour Spin Masters, so I didn't realize to the extent of like how much I own in my house of Spin Master plastic. It's like Paw Patrol. We don't have any How to Train Your Dragon, but I was literally showing my kids like Toothless footage I took over there, like interactive stuff.
That's cool.
So Gabby, Paw Patrol, they have the dinosaurs, they have it's like the monster trucks. They have an RC car that crunches. And then you press a button, it expands. It's a grave digger. Like, they were fun. Oh my God, the tech deck stuff. There's going to be Simpsons shaped tech deck boards. So like Maggie's head, it's like the skateboard is the shape of Maggie. So with
That's a little weird.
It is. I'm just saying, like new licensed stuff. Like it was a really fun booth in terms of toys, the spirit of toys. So I had a lot of fun like touring that.
Not to go off tangent. Yes. That my thing is I love toys that go back to being like toys. Like we have a sophistication and a certain palette now for articulation and posing, but going back and seeing like innovation, like toy innovation, that is something that brings like the kid out in anybody. And I have a young nephew, got Paw Patrol. There's like got the loop and you got to make sure the car's even on the ramp, and you get a sense of fulfillment too when it goes through correctly. Like kids are spoiled now with all the stuff that they've done.
Yo, you ready for this innovation? This blew me away. So they're doing this Paw Patrol thing, has the rockets where it's Marshall shooting water, But after you blast the whole cannon of individual pop, 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 instead of picking them up, you go chunk, chunk, and it comes back and you can reload. So, like, that's really amazing from a kid perspective that you're not just chasing down these 4 rockets. I see my kids, they get kicked under the couch. But it's, you get 2 rounds of it. Like, even that was like a wow. Good for you guys. This is great. As a dad, I love this.
Playmates had a Ninja Turtle where, like, it's speeder on wheels, and when you roll it from left to right, the hand cocks back, and their shell like auto loads weapons. So you have like different, like all the side, and like as you're wheeling left to right, he's throwing. Poke an eye out with that thing. It's fantastic.
It's
incredible.
All right. We got Unworthy has stopped by saying hello to the Sentinels, the daddies, and others. He says, "I have so many Paw Patrols in this house. It's a Paw Brigade." So there you go. And real life perspective showing up too as well. All right. So, Junior, what do you got? What was your favorite?
I have 3. So I want stuff that are like accurate. So I will say retro carded Flint minus the packaging.
Gotcha.
And I will say from Mattel, the Origins Filmation Orko. He comes with pieces where you can also make him Uncle Montork. So he's like a sort of 2-in-1. But the O is going to stay on the body. Okay. So if you wanted to do both styles, you might have to like acetone the O off. But that's a very small thing. He comes with everything: flight stand, all the pieces to make Uncle Montork. So it's a 2-in-1 figure. Absolutely love that. That was a very fantastic innovation. Whoever came up with that. And what was the third one? Oh, and I'm going to go with from Mask. I'm going to go with the Switchblade with Miles Mayhem. The detail on the figure, I should have known it was John Warden when I saw these. The detail on Miles Mayhem, the pilot, like the extra articulation, the body composition, the head, the eyes at that scale. I'm praying the vendor knows what it's doing when it goes into mass production. That's my one scary thing, is because you don't know how the QC is going to be. That's what makes me flinch on buying from like a big bad toy store or something, because that's something I want to see. I'm praying they have the product. It's coming out July 1st. I'm hoping it's at San Diego, and I'm hoping I'm able to buy it there. But definitely Mask.
Okay. Matsu, what do you got?
Other than that Maximum Spider, I mean, like I already have it pre-ordered, so it's whatever. I was actually really impressed with Blockies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The Sesame Street, and even the other one. What was it?
And Saint Seiya for you international fans. There was Blocky Saint Seiya.
Those were cool.
The Saint Seiya, I'm not really like familiar with that, but the Minions were also caught my attention.
The Minions too, yes, they were there. Yeah. For those of you who don't know Saint Seiya, I'll just say it was a worldwide phenomenon, except for in the United States, because we were big on G.I. Joe and Transformers. Like we were like completely missed the boat while the rest of the world was watching Saint Seiya.
These Batman, these figures are cool too. So DC,
we're both going to be looking for this purple Batman.
Yeah, McFarlane's going to be doing the rainbow.
The rainbow Batman. Yeah,
Batman. And the purple and the orange actually look really, really good. They pop really well, but that purple looks great. So it was cool. There's still plenty of figures coming out from McFarlane.
They revealed Commissioner Gordon.
He looks great. Yeah, awesome.
I need to look for that figure. And then this is that Superman I was talking about.
And they were clear in that they're only losing Multiverse. So because they own DC Collectibles, they're still going to be doing animated, and they're still going to be doing Superpowers / Super Friends.
Yep. So Batman the animated series line is not going away, and there's still some like things to be working out. I think kind of the scoop that we got on digital here. So, but yeah, this Superman looked fantastic. He was really, really sweet.
Yeah.
It was a really
and Wired Cape.
Wired Cape. So there you go.
Hey John, you want to see something cool? You want to see something cool? I shared my screen real quick. If you want to, if you trust me.
I trust you.
Check this out.
Oh, dude, this thing. I will be honest with you. This is.
Sure, I never thought we would feel like Dr. Hammond, but here we are.
I'm seeing a black screen.
Are you?
Are you really?
I mean, if everybody else sees it, that's fine.
All right.
Oh, now I'm seeing it. Okay.
Yimbo, here's my question, because this thing's awesome. Can you put it back together? Or is
No, this is a one. It's a one-off hatching, and then the thing does actually like play around. But I just wanted to share with that. Thank you. That was another cool.
Can you play it again?
Oh yeah, of course.
I tried to
so
get.
it's basically it's a Hatchimal.
Yeah, basically, and
Interesting.
Right, here we go.
Sure, I never thought
got
we
it
would
now?
feel like Dr. Hammond, but here we are.
You got it, Machu?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
that is really cool. Okay.
They got a winner on their hands here.
Look at that. That might be a day one for me. I'm not gonna lie.
This is what
Yeah.
Toy Fair is about.
and then here I got one more too. It was the close up. Here we go.
Look at it.
Come on.
Are they all T-Rex or different dinosaurs?
I think these are just T-Rexes. But that again, we were just kind of being ushered through each booth, and it was just like what, and then on to the next thing. So,
That would be really cool if they were different.
that would be awesome.
It would
That would be
be.
totally awesome.
But
Yeah.
That's
what a
not beyond
world!
possibility.
What a world that like we're living in. That is a toy now, right? Like that is like
Yes.
that is Disney World animatronics level back in 20 years ago, and now it's like available for $49.99, or whatever it is. But like
Yeah.
But
that's
even
nuts.
still, like I watched two moms in a Target while I was looking for action figures. I watched them cuss up a storm looking at the Jack Specific Mario stuff going, how come we didn't have this as kids? We played Mario. Moms.
It's true.
Moms.
Yeah. Hey, hating on
these
action
kids have
figures
freaking
isn't just for
everything
boys.
now.
Yeah, they do. They do.
We know.
Kids. Yeah, just like my father says, kids are the worst, man. It's what he says. It's So Diggs Fig says, stock up on Tickle Me Elmos. There you go. It could be a Tickle Me
no,
Elmo
it was
potential.
there was an Elmo that did a Hokey Pokey. That was the thing.
Oh,
they were
now it's
pushing
Hokey
to swing.
Pokey Elmo.
Mm-hmm.
I would go meet a man in a dark alley to buy that dinosaur egg for Christmas. I will not lie to you. So anyway, I know that we had a bunch of people stop by. I do want to take a minute to shout out Unworthy Collector. Hey, my dad says that too. I do want to shout out Mikey at the Figure Report. He's got a new podcast that is up and running. So I want to just take a quick second to make sure everybody goes and visits Figures Not Included up on YouTube. There you can find a whole bunch of new stuff on Toy Fair as well, and he's doing some recordings. He's got some new stuff coming out, so make sure you check that out along with everybody else here. Lago, you got new videos getting posted all the time from Toy Fair. If you haven't already seen them on his channel as well as the Toy Amigos channel. Yeah, Yimbo, you got stuff coming out or was already out.
All Toy Fair stuff has been going for us from Toy Daddies is going up to the Toy Pick Community YouTube. So
Perfect.
yeah, we still have we just loaded our nacelle booth tour. We got to talk to not owner Brian, but second in command Brian, who's amazing dude. And so that's all ready to go, So again, it's awesome. Lovely, guys. Check out all of these wonderful things. See what you can. This is why there's options. It's great. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and
Hell yeah.
There you go. And Mr. Junior, you are appearing on Chat Migos and with Lago and Dario throughout some of these shows. So yeah.
Once I work out the Dropbox situation, I should have Mattel coming up, and everyone, if you're tuning in, and watching everyone's shows, make sure you like and subscribe to all of them. It takes 2 seconds, and then they all get to go to Toy Fair.
That's right. That's right.
We could do this in person. Imagine doing this.
We all get to go
dinner.
Over dinner. Dinner for five,
awesome.
Dinner for five, and we'll shoot it live. But yes,
we'll
and
park in the same lot again.
Parking the lane in the same lot. Go back to Little Spain. And don't forget, I do want to recognize No Chewing, who's also here. So make sure you're checking out all his footage. He did a good job.
Toy Father's on a boat.
Up. Yeah, Toy Father. Toy Father's watching us from a distance with binoculars. And we've got there's stuff up on our channels too. So NECA Booth Tour obviously up first. It's up there now. You can go check that out on my channel. We got McFarlane is in the queue. We'll get that up soon, and then we've got Super 7 coming up as well. So a couple of really cool stuff, and
those will be on your channel. So
yes, they will be on my channel.
think we're gonna keep it on J Shot's channel.
Con coverage, come to me. Everything else, go to Machu. Yeah. Oh, I do want to say that Pop Culture, our Culture Fly, reached out. They were like, "Hey, we saw you using our melts on your interviews. We love it." And I was like, "Cool, send me stuff." So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. But they reached out, which was pretty awesome. So
that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah,
it's a nice
that
little
is
nod.
awesome.
So
yeah.
But yeah, everyone loves the Raphael mic, and that will continue to go. So, gentlemen, thank you guys so much, and appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you for having us. It was fun.
This is going to be a long week of con coverage or Toy Fair coverage, but thank you for spending time, and thank you guys, whether you're watching live or on the replay. We appreciate the hell out of you for being here. We wouldn't be here without you. We certainly wouldn't be at episode 109 sharing it with everybody here. So appreciate the hell out of you. Machu, anything you got? You're going to be on. You're going to be on Enablers tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow on Toying Around channel on Unboxing Thursdays.
And you promised Brian Flynn of Super 7 that you were going to unbox the Batmobile tomorrow. So don't forget that.
Yes, the Super 7 exploding Batmobile thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Don't
forget.
Get that from the garage.
He's gonna check. He's gonna watch.
Oh, yeah, that I definitely will.
Yeah, you will. You have to. Yeah,
and you're gonna be on.
I will be on They're Not Dolls tomorrow with the Migos. So if you haven't got enough of me yet, check me out tomorrow, everywhere. But with all that being said, again, thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate the hell out of all of you, and go make some content. Go be proud of yourselves, and go. I don't know. Go home. Let's get out of here, Machu. Cue that outro.
Good night.
Dragon Deep.